Have you ever felt utterly drained after spending time with someone, like your energy was siphoned away? Do you find yourself deeply affected by the emotions of others, almost as if they were your own? If so, you might be an empath, and if you've been in a relationship with a narcissist, you've likely been through a ringer. Let's dive into 10 profound ways narcissistic abuse impacts empaths. 1. The empath's sixth sense, hypervigilant. Ever feel like you're constantly on edge, scanning your environment for threats? This is hypervigilance, a survival mechanism developed in response to trauma. For empaths who are already finely tuned to subtle cues, this can become amplified after narcissistic abuse. The constant walking on eggshells feeling can leave you exhausted and distrustful. 2. A shattered mirror, loss of self. Narcissistic abuse is notorious for its insidious erosion of your sense of self. Empaths, often naturally giving and compassionate, can lose sight of their boundaries and needs in a desperate attempt to please their narcissistic partner. Gaslighting and manipulation distort your reality, leaving you questioning your own sanity. 3. The emotional rollercoaster, dysregulation. From rage to despair, the emotional whiplash of narcissistic abuse can leave empaths struggling to regulate their feelings. The constant invalidation and emotional manipulation create an internal storm. You might experience intense mood swings, anxiety, or depression as your emotional compass is thrown off course. 4. Empathic overload, absorbing toxicity. Empaths are like emotional sponges, absorbing the energies of those around them. In a narcissistic relationship, this means taking on a heavy load of negativity, anger, and pain. It's like being submerged in a toxic waste dump. No wonder you feel depleted and overwhelmed. 5. A wound that won't heal, complex PTSD. Narcissistic abuse doesn't just leave emotional scars. It can lead to complex PTSD. This goes beyond traditional PTSD, involving long-term impacts on your emotional regulation, self-perception, and relationships. Flashbacks, nightmares, and hypervigilance are common, making it difficult to move on. 6. The gift and the curse, heightened sensitivity. Empathy is a beautiful gift, but it can also be a curse when you're faced with narcissistic abuse. Your heightened sensitivity allows you to deeply connect with others, but it also makes you more vulnerable to manipulation and emotional pain. Learning to manage this sensitivity is key to healing. 7. The isolation chamber, losing connections. Narcissists often isolate their victims from friends and family, creating a vacuum where their control thrives. For empaths who value deep connections, this isolation can be devastating. You might feel disconnected from loved ones, ashamed of your situation, and reluctant to seek help. 8. A twisted knot, codependency. In a desperate attempt to fix the relationship, empaths can fall into the trap of codependency. You might prioritize your partner's needs above your own, make excuses for their behavior, and try to rescue them from their own demons. This pattern only perpetuates the cycle of abuse. 9. The guilt trip, internalizing blame. Narcissists are masters of projection, shifting blame onto their victims. Empaths, with their tendency to self-reflect and take responsibility, can easily internalize this blame. You might start to believe that you're the problem, that you deserve the abuse, and that you'll never be good enough. 10. The phoenix rising, post-traumatic growth. While the impact of narcissistic abuse is undeniable, there is a silver lining, post-traumatic growth. This is the profound personal transformation that can occur in the aftermath of trauma. Empaths, with their resilience and capacity for self-reflection, can emerge from the ashes stronger, wiser, and more self-aware. Surviving narcissistic abuse is a harrowing journey, but it's not the end of your story. If you're an empath who has endured this, know that healing is possible. Seek support from therapists, support groups, or other trusted individuals. Learn to set healthy boundaries, reclaim your sense of self, and rediscover the joy of authentic connections. Your empathic nature is a gift. Don't let it be diminished by the darkness of abuse.